So you've been doing some snooping around, you've been finding a chain that you like that fits your personal style, but you're trying to decide what width to get. You don't know whether to get it chunky or to size it down to get it a little more minimal. So in today's video, I'm going to show you different types of chains and their different types of widths as well as their length. This is all going to be chains from my jewelry box. It's not that much, but hopefully it'll give you an idea of what width you would like to buy. So let's get right into it. Alright, so starting right off, we're going to start off with my favorite piece that's in my jewelry box, and we're going to be starting off with the more minimal pieces. This here is a 5mm Miami Cuban link chain in 22 inches. This piece would be perfect for if you're going for a more minimal style, but still want to have like a bold statement because of that gold color and because of just how it stands out from other chains. This might be the piece that you would be looking for if you're looking for a more minimal, bold, more modern type of style. This piece is gold plated. It's from Jackson, and I'll give you guys a little view on the neck. See how it looks. So this piece would be perfect for everyday wear, like I said. You could also throw a pendant on here if you want to take it a little over the top. But I think that one stands out. I think this one would be perfect for just everyday wear. I wear this thing almost every single day, not in the house, but when I'm going out, like say to the store, mall, wherever, this is the piece that I would normally go for. I'd pair it with a gold watch. But yeah, that's it for this piece, and moving on to the next, here is a 4mm rope chain in 18 karat gold. This is 20 inches. And rope chains are more of like the classic bold aesthetic. I feel like they would be worn by Italian or Cuban drug lords, especially in the short length, because 20 inches normally sits like just below the collarbone, depending on your height and your neck size. But for comparison, here's the 4mm rope chain with the 5mm Miami Cuban link. The rope chain would be a more bold aesthetic look, more standing out rather than the Miami Cuban link, only because depending on the cut of the rope chain, this one is, I think, prism cut or diamond cut. I forgot, but rope chains tend to be a little more shinier. They tend to refract more light than just your minimal Miami Cuban link. So yeah, that's that's the rope chain, and then this is the Miami Cuban. We'll go ahead and take these things off and give you guys a side-by-side comparison with these two, so I can get a more detailed look at it. Okay, here is the 4mm rope chain, and there is the 5mm Miami Cuban. Take a look at the difference there. Both are gold plated. Yeah. With that said, let's go ahead and move on. So this next chain is a more thicker version of the Miami Cuban link. This is a 8mm Miami Cuban in white gold. Oops. This one is stainless steel, however. It's stainless steel jewelry. And this one would be a more bold statement if you're trying to draw more attention to the necklace. And you can see by placing it on the neck, as soon as I can get the clasp right, by placing it on the neck here. Okay, there we go. You can see how that just kind of stands out from the 5mm Miami Cuban. Well, for comparison, here's the 5mm Miami Cuban, and this is the 8mm Miami Cuban. Both are perfect for daily wear. My personal preference, I do like wearing 2 chains every once in a great while, but I normally just wear one. One chain would be more than enough for a daily wear. And if you want to pair it with a ring or watch, whatever, go ahead, feel free to knock yourself out. But here's a comparison. You can see the width difference there. Yeah. 5mm Miami Cuban, 8mm Miami Cuban, 20 inches. Both are perfect for daily wear, but this one would be better if you were going to a more fancy event, formal place, something with a more upper class, so that you would be able to draw more attention to yourself. But styles vary, preferences vary. If you'd be the type to wear a more minimal chain to a fancy event, then that'd be good. But like I said, styles vary. So that's that. But we also have the 4mm box chain. 4mm box chain. This one is 26 inches, and this one is stainless steel. This one you could literally just put over your head, and it would go perfectly if you were combining the two, if you were wearing it together like that, pairing it with an outfit. That's the difference between 4mm and 8mm. Both in silver. And the 26 inch would be perfect to have a pendant on it. As you can see, I got the miniature cross pendant on it. But yeah, that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next chain. This one's a more formal, sparkly one. This one is a 6mm tennis chain in 18 karat gold. The stones are cubic zirconia, better known as CZ. And this chain would be better if you were wearing it to a wedding, a night out, someplace with a lot of lights, or a day out. If you were wearing it to the beach, if you wanted to draw a little bit more attention to yourself than usual, This piece can be good for daily wear, but I would personally wear these pieces to more formal events. I wouldn't wear it for like everyday wear. It's what the more minimal styles are for, like the Miami Cuban link that I showed you guys, and the box chain, as well as the rope chain. But there's the tennis chain. Doesn't really refract light from here all that much, but six millimeters. Maybe that gives you guys an idea of what width you'd want to buy your chain in if it was a tennis chain. And for comparison, here is, oh, this is 20 inches, by the way. And here is, for comparison, a 2 or 3 millimeters. I'm gonna lean more towards 3, but here's a 3 millimeter curb chain in 18 inches. Go ahead, put this on, and look at the difference between them two. On me, 18 inches is almost like a choker. I would wear 18 inches if I were pairing it with like a 20-inch chain like this. The chains that I'll show you guys in a minute is similar to this, but this is 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters versus 6. Yeah, that's that. Go ahead and move on to the next chain. Here is a S925 sterling silver 5 millimeter tennis chain in 18 inches with CZ stones. This one is one of my favorites because I like to wear it to formal events, weddings. I've worn this to like dances, clubs. I've worn this to the beach a few times. But since it is cubic zirconia, I have to be careful to not like get sand in it, because sand can actually scratch the diamonds that are in here, since cubic zirconia is not natural diamonds. But let's go ahead and put this on, and in a minute I'll show you guys a 10 millimeter versus a 5 millimeter. And the 10 millimeter actually pairs with this chain very well. So that's the 5 millimeter tennis chain, sterling silver with cubic zirconia stones. That's that. This is in 18 inches, sits just below my collarbone, just above, I mean. Like I said, 18 inches is almost like a choker on me. And here we have a 10 millimeter. This is more of the big boy. If you're looking to make a more bold statement, this is a 10 millimeter prong Cuban chain, again with cubic zirconia stones, CZs, rhodium plated sterling silver. And I like pairing this chain with this chain because it just looks impeccable together. And show you guys the difference between a 10 millimeter and a 5 millimeter. That's how they both sit. I don't really have any more thicker pieces. The 10 millimeter is the thickest in my entire jewelry collection. The thickest chain that I have, at least. This duo I would like to pair, like I said, go into a night out, go into like a place with a lot of lights, because you know it's CZ stones, it's iced out, so it'll refract all that light and then shine it back, creating that nice head turning shine effect that some people like. Rappers wear CZ stones sometimes, but they mainly wear moissanite. Really depends on the personal preference of the rapper. However, it does get thicker than just 10 millimeters. They got 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter, all the way up to like 50 millimeters. That's the biggest that I've seen, 50 millimeters. But yeah, that's that. This is the 10 millimeter. This is a 5 millimeter. Hopefully this gave you guys an idea of what width you'd like to buy, and I'm going to show you guys a side-by-side comparison with all the widths of these chains, and you guys can decide from there. I hope this helped. So here is a side-by-side comparison of all the chain widths that I have. First in line we have the 10 millimeter, 8 millimeter, 5 millimeter, 4 millimeter, and a 3 millimeter. I don't have any 2 millimeter pieces or anything thicker than a 10 millimeter. However, they do get thicker than that. I'll throw in a quarter for side-by-side comparison so you guys can see the comparison of the thickness of each chain compared to a quarter. Okay, here we have our quarter. Let's go ahead and compare them. Compare each side-by-side chain with said quarter. So this is the 10 millimeter prong chain compared to a quarter. As you can see, it's pretty thick. If you put it off to the side there, that's almost half of the entire quarter. 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter gets pretty thicker than that. So that's the 10 millimeter. Here's the 8 millimeter. 8 millimeter is more minimal, more suitable for everyday wear. Putting it at the side right there, it doesn't even take up half. There's an 8 millimeter. Here's 5. There's the 5 millimeter tennis chain. And here is the crap. As soon as I can get a grip on it, 4 millimeter box chain. This one is a more minimal piece. It's more minimal, smaller. It's not really that noticeable, but it can be noticed from a distance on the neck. That's the 4 millimeter. Here is the 3 millimeter. Here's the view from where I'm looking at it right now. This is the view that I see. This is not the view that the camera sees. This is the view that I see. So from my point of view, there's a 3 millimeter. There's the 4 millimeter. There's the 5 millimeter. There's the 8 millimeter. And the 10 millimeter. This is from my point of view. This is the thickest piece. This is the big boy. 12 millimeter, if I had 12 millimeter, if I had 14 millimeter, if I had anything above 10 millimeters, I'd show you guys, but my personal style, my personal taste, I don't really care for anything above 12 millimeters, above 14 millimeters, I should say. Because I've seen pieces that are 14 millimeters and I've really liked them. I've tried them on and I've wanted them, but I didn't have the money to buy them. But that's besides the point. Yeah. It's my personal style. I don't really care for anything above 14 millimeters. But that'll conclude today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have a question about jewelry or have a jewelry company for me to review, I've been looking for another jewelry company to review for a little bit now. If you guys have a question, leave it down in the comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. That would be greatly appreciated. I genuinely hope that this video helped you guys, so that now you know what chain width you want to buy, whether that's the 8 millimeter, 5 millimeter, 10 millimeter, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk your guys' ear off anymore, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.